So you trying to EGOT, huh?
I gotta EGOT, Whoopi. See, I made this deal with my wife. If I don't EGOT, then I can't have another kid.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unrealistic sitcom storylines.
Hello, blessed be the fruit, baby.
Hitchcock, you watch that show.
Watch what? That's my pickup line.
For this list, we'll be looking at far-fetched, contrived, and borderline fantastical plots from sitcoms that take place in universes resembling reality. We're excluding sitcoms where things like magic, time travel, and mothers reincarnated into cars are per the norm. Number 10. Reese joins the army. Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle was always more surreal than the average family sitcom, but we have an especially hard time buying that a teenager as dense as Reese could trick the US Army into believing he's old enough to enlist.
Welcome to the U.S. Army! You're home for the next 3 years! You will proceed single file on the yellow stripe to the processing facility. Do not overwork your tiny little brains trying to figure out what the other stripes are for.
Proving to be a model soldier, Reese is sent to Afghanistan where he goes on the run. Posing as a woman and even getting wedded off, Reese makes it to India where his mother miraculously tracks him down.
Mom? Thank you so much. There you are. What in the name of God were you thinking?
Reese faces no repercussions for lying to and deserting the army. Likewise, the army isn't held accountable for any of this. Everything just goes back to normal. And by normal, we mean the boys dropping diaper balloon bombs upon unsuspecting rapping grannies.
We're the rapping grannies and we're here to say rapping grannies like to kick ass the old school way. Yo, 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 rapping grannies in the house. The best thing.
Number 9. The Apartment Switch. Friends. In season 4, Rachel and Monica are forced to switch apartments with Joey and Chandler after losing a bet. Apartment switching isn't like trading lunches, however. For a switch like this to occur, an apartment lease transfer is required. This usually entails consulting one's landlord, who Monica and Rachel have been dodging. Why? Because they've been illegally subletting the rent-controlled apartment in Monica's grandma's name.
He said that he wasn't going to apologize because you guys are living here illegally. So instead, what he's going to do is have you evicted. I'll see you later.
You guys are evicted?
We guess that's why they don't involve the landlord, but wouldn't some red flags be raised if Joey and Chandler started paying the rent for Nana's apartment? For that matter, is the rent the same for both apartments? Well, it doesn't really matter since Monica and Rachel switch everything back several episodes later.
What the hell is going on?
We took our apartment back. I had nothing to do with it.
Seriously, they moved everything in one night? Number 8. The Heists. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Usually taking place on Halloween, the heist episodes are among the sitcom's most memorable. With each heist, however, the Nine-Nine pushes the limits of realism.
Rosa's feline dancing distracted you as a mysterious partier stole your badge on Halloween.
It was you in the mask, you sly son of a bitch! Well done.
Given how immature and competitive the characters can be, we can see why they'd make heists an annual tradition. We have a harder time believing that so many others would get involved, including a party bus of people and a group dressed as characters from The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. This is Amy. She won't shut up about how relevant that show is in today's political landscape.
It's relevant as hell, but I'm not doing anything.
Exactly how are they paying for their helpers, costumes, and Mission Impossible spy gear anyway? Is it all out of their pockets on government salaries, or is this our tax dollars at work?
Their only purpose was to draw you into the copy room while 2 members of my team broke into your locked office.
So now I had a way into your office and an open cabinet.
You'd also think that a higher-up would catch wind of these heists, especially after property is damaged. Number 7. Michael Scott Paper Company. The Office. Michael Scott can be a surprisingly persuasive salesperson, but he's not very good at the business side of, well, business. Yet he launches the Michael Scott Paper Company with Pam, who has no sales experience, and Ryan, who doesn't have the best sales track record.
Would you like to come to work for the Michael Scott Paper Company?
What size shoes are you guys?
9.
What are those, men's 10?
No.
Look what he's doing.
What is he doing?
He's stealing him. Okay.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
already paying for himself.
Since Michael can't even get his grandma to invest, it's not surprising that the company verges on going broke within weeks. What is surprising is that Michael's company does well enough to take business away from Dunder Mifflin.
In the last month, we have lost 10 major clients to Michael Scott.
What are we supposed to do? They keep undercutting us on price.
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to see improvements. This is unacceptable.
This results in Dunder Mifflin offering the 4-week-old paper company $60,000 before ultimately rehiring its 3 employees, including Ryan, who got arrested for committing fraud as vice president.
These are our demands. This is what we want. Our balls are in your court. Okay. Deal.
Getting back to the status quo comes with a tough pill to swallow. Number 6, hand bitten off by a seal. Arrested Development. Whenever we re-watch Arrested Development, we always catch ingenious details that we missed before. For example, at a claw machine, Buster wins a toy seal, foreshadowing that a seal is going to bite off his hand in a later episode.
Watch out for Lucille! I don't care about Lucille! Stay in line!
And then a seal bites off his hand.
As clever as this is, it's over the top even by Arrested Development standards. Things only get more ridiculous when it's revealed that the seal coincidentally belonged to Job, who gave the sea creature a taste from mammal blood by using terminal cats for bait.
It's my fault. It was my seal. I released him and he bit off your hand. Wow, truth feels good.
You did this to me?
And Job was about to experience something that didn't feel that good.
Also, we know that the Bluths have fallen on hard times, but we'd imagine they'd be able to afford something better than a hook for a prosthetic. Sure, Buster eventually gets a bionic hand, but why would they make one that big?
In the cabinet, please.
Oh.
Too hard.
Number 5, The Trial, Seinfeld. Although Jerry has a cell phone, the gang does nothing to help when they witness a carjacking in Massachusetts.
Well, there goes the money for the lipo.
See, the great thing about robbing a fat guy is it's an easy getaway, you know? They can't really chase you.
It's actually doing him a favor. It's less money for him to buy food.
Breaking the Good Samaritan law, the 4 are arrested and put on trial. In addition to eyewitnesses, the district attorney's office somehow manages to track down several familiar faces who testify against them. This includes the soup Nazi, who moved to Argentina, and Babu, who got deported to Pakistan.
Now, it is Babu's turn to mock. Finally, I will have some justice. Send them away. Send them all away. Lock them up forever.
While duty to rescue laws exist, they rarely result in this much fanfare. We don't think that a city would dedicate this much time, money, and resources to making an example out of 4 people for this, especially when they technically did help.
I am shocked and chagrined. Mortified and stupefied. This trial is outrageous. It is a waste of the taxpayers' time and money.
Kramer recorded a video of the carjacker, which could be used to identify him. Number 4, Santa is Real, Gilligan's Island. Granted, Gilligan's Island might have been a bit more outlandish than the average sitcom. That said, getting stranded on an uncharted island isn't outside the realm of possibility. Santa Claus showing up on the island is another story.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you all! Well, thank you, Santa, but would you care to tell us what we have to be merry about?
It's Christmas, and to raise morale, the skipper seemingly dresses as Santa. When the real skipper suddenly shows up, though, it's strongly suggested that the castaways just encountered Santa himself. So let's get this straight.
What's everybody looking at? What's everybody looking at?
Santa is not only real, but he looks exactly like Skipper with a white beard. What's more, Santa could have rescued the castaways by giving them a ride in his sleigh and instead left them to rot.
You'll never believe it, Skipper. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Gilligan. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Whether they were on the naughty or nice list, that's a pretty sadistic move, Saint Nick. Number 3. Miley's Secret Identity, Hannah Montana. With most of the entries on this list, it's only an episode or story arc that goes overboard. With Hannah Montana, the entire premise is beyond preposterous. On the surface, Miley Stewart is an average middle schooler. Behind the scenes, though, she's pop sensation Hannah Montana.
Whoever you are, you have to get out of here right now or I'll call security.
How does Miley conceal her true identity? Does she wear a mask like Daft Punk? No, she wears a blonde wig with no other changes whatsoever.
Thought we told each other everything. But I guess I was wrong, since you kept just about the biggest secret in the world, Miley Stewart / Hannah Montana.
Miley is otherwise identical to Hannah, but most of her peers fail to notice the resemblance. People also don't realize that Hannah's manager looks just like country singer Robbie Ray, only with a fake mustache.
And while you're at it, you might want to shave the ferret off your face.
We know that it's a Disney Channel sitcom, but this makes That's So Raven look like a documentary. Number 2. Jumping the Shark, Happy Days. We've all heard of jumping the shark, but where does this saying come from? Well, the phrase originated from radio personality John Hine in 1985. The inspiration comes from a season 5 episode of Happy Days that aired in 1977. While shark jumping has since taken on many different forms, the original case is quite literal. On a trip to Hollywood, Fonzie is challenged to water ski over a tiger shark.
Shark? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Stupid, yes. Also dumb, but it's something I gotta do.
Fonzie's competitor, who seriously goes by the California Kid, chickens out. The Fonz isn't one to back down though, pulling off the stunt while wearing his signature leather jacket and swim trunks that leave little to the imagination.
There he goes!
It's totally surreal and arguably when the show declined. What's next? Robin Williams as an alien?
Wait a minute, who are you? I am Mark from Mark.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Steve's Various Inventions, Family Matters. Family Matters was a fairly straightforward sitcom until Steve Urkel entered the equation. The show officially leaps into sci-fi fantasy territory when Steve develops a cool elixir that turns him into the suave Stefan Urkel. Steve later invents a transformation chamber that not only turns himself into Stefan, but Bruce Lee and Elvis as well. This isn't even the most logic-defying invention in Steve's inventory. Over the years, he also cooks up a cloning machine, a teleportation device that takes the family to Paris, and a time travel watch that takes him aboard an 18th century pirate ship. One invention even results in NASA sending Steve to space.
Bingo! I found the port thruster!
Steve should be a billionaire with his engineering skills, but for some reason still lives with the Winslows. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.